The Hidden Power of Goal Setting by René. We set goals to help us move in the right direction, but not every goal actually gets us there. Some goals create energy and focus, while others leave us stuck or frustrated. The key difference is how we define them. Clear, well-structured goals guide us forward. Vague or reactive ones can leave us spinning. In this article, we'll look at how goal setting really works and why clarity, specificity, and thinking ahead matter more than we realize. Before you set your next goal, ask yourself, are you truly moving forward or just staying busy? A goal properly set is halfway reached. Zig Ziglar. In 1957, researchers at the University of Chicago asked their graduating class if they had written down specific goals. Only 3% had. Decades later, that 3% had amassed more wealth and career success than the other 97% combined. Whether or not the story is true, and some say it's exaggerated, it points to something important. Goals shape our future. Without them, progress stalls. Whether you're planning a trip, learning a language, or starting a fitness routine, your actions are guided by purpose. Goals help us get clear on what we want and influence the choices we make. Not all goals are created equal. Some fuel motivation and clarity. Others leave us feeling stuck despite our best efforts. If you've ever chased a goal that felt like a dead end or couldn't figure out why your momentum faded, you're not alone. The difference often comes down to how the goal is framed. Positive versus negative goals. Some goals are driven by a desire to create or achieve something meaningful. These are positive goals. Others are shaped by the urge to avoid discomfort or prevent failure. These are negative goals. Both can be powerful, but they work in very different ways. A positive goal might sound like, I want to run a marathon. It's specific, forward-looking, and gives you something tangible to work toward. Compare that to a negative goal like, I don't want to be unhealthy. While it signals a desire for change, it's vague. What does healthy actually mean? Without a clear image of success, it's harder to take meaningful action. Negative goals often come from a place of frustration or discomfort. They tend to be broad and reactive. Statements like, something needs to change, this can't go on, or I don't want to be in debt, reflect what we want to escape, not what we want to build. And when the destination is unclear, it's no surprise we struggle to move forward. So here's a quick test. Think of a major goal you've set recently. Was it framed around what you want or what you're trying to avoid? If it's the latter, try flipping it. I don't want to be unhealthy becomes, I'll train 3 times a week and eat more whole foods. That shift turns a vague intention into a practical plan. The way we word our goals matters. A small change in language can unlock a much bigger change in action. General versus specific goals. Goals also vary in precision. A general goal is broad and defined by only a few criteria. A specific goal is more detailed, with multiple markers that make it easier to measure success. And here's the key. The more detailed the goal, the more effective the execution. Take photography as an example. A general goal might be, take better photos. But what does that actually mean? A specific version could be, use the rule of thirds and adjust ISO to reduce noise. That clarity turns intention into action. If your current goals feel overwhelming or unclear, ask yourself, what does success look like? How will I measure progress? A little specificity can go a long way. Why vague goals hold us back? At this point, one thing is clear. When goals are too vague, whether negative or general, they lose their power. Without a shared or personal definition of success, it becomes hard to prioritize, measure progress, or stay motivated. Consider a company that says it wants to improve employee well-being. That could mean anything, from flexible hours to mental health support to lighter workloads. Without alignment, different teams may move in opposite directions. HR might launch wellness programs, while managers push for higher productivity, adding more pressure instead of reducing it. The same confusion happens in our personal lives. Saying I need to get my life together feels urgent, but also overwhelming. Without specifics, we don't know where to start. And when everything feels important, nothing moves, clarity helps, but clarity alone is not enough. Even well-crafted goals can carry hidden costs. The unintended consequences of goal setting. Goals don't exist in isolation. Focusing too narrowly on one objective can create unintended problems elsewhere. Take a real-world example. In 2015, New York City public schools implemented aggressive standardized testing goals. The result? Scores improved. But teachers reported cutting creative projects, reducing class discussions, and feeling immense pressure to teach to the test. The unintended consequence? Students became better at multiple choice exams, but worse at critical thinking. This happens everywhere. A company maximizing efficiency might create a toxic work environment, leading to burnout. A city adding bike lanes might worsen parking shortages, frustrating residents. A CEO chasing aggressive revenue growth might ignore long-term sustainability. The trade-offs of goal setting are real. Recognizing them before setting a goal can prevent frustration later. Transforming goals for better outcomes. Given these complexities, how do we set goals that truly work? Here are 5 strategies that can help shift your goals from reactive to intentional, from vague to actionable. 1. Reframe negative goals into positive ones. Instead of saying, "I don't want customers to be unhappy," try, "I want to reduce response times and enhance support team training." This shift moves the goal from avoidance to action, giving you a clear path forward. 2. Break vague goals into concrete objectives. A goal like improve employee well-being sounds noble but needs clarity. Does that mean more flexibility, better mental health resources, or lighter workloads? Specifics reduce confusion and make execution more effective. Third, surface implicit goals. Ask yourself, what am I really trying to preserve or protect? A school district focused on test scores might be aiming to boost public image or secure funding. But if that focus limits creativity, it may backfire. Naming the hidden drivers helps bring balance. Identify conflicting priorities. Every goal has ripple effects. Wanting to improve efficiency is valid, but not if it leads to burnout. Adding bike lanes is great, unless it undermines parking access. Spotting trade-offs early helps you make smarter, more aligned decisions. 5. Use intermediate goals to build momentum. Long-term ambitions can feel overwhelming. Break them down. Promote global peace becomes support local diplomacy, fund conflict resolution training, or increase cultural exchange programs. Small wins keep you moving and help adjust as you go. The takeaway: better goals, better outcomes. Goal setting isn't just about defining what you want. It's about structuring it in a way that aligns with your values, your context, and your long-term vision. When you transform vague or negative goals into clear, forward-moving ones and stay mindful of the trade-offs, you give yourself a roadmap for progress, not just motion. Your next step: pick one goal you've been struggling with. Rewrite it using the principles above. Make it specific, actionable, and aligned with something meaningful to you. Then take one small step, however simple, to move it forward. Because goal setting isn't just about moving. It's about moving in the right direction. Thanks for listening. Please visit www.renesonnevel.com for more information or to contact René. See you next time.